And good evening, everyone. Welcome into Huntington St. Joe basketball action on the D&D Sports Network. Desmond, Napier, cameraman. James Barker, Joe Kinzer with you from Spring Valley High School. Venue change tonight as Todd Maynard's Huntington St. Joe Fighting Irish coming in with a record of 12-7, facing the Buffalo Bisons with a record of 9-10. And James, good evening. We did the JV game just a few minutes ago, in which Buffalo won by 5, and tonight it's the rematch between Buffalo and St. Joe.
Yeah, and this is a game that you mentioned is a rematch between these two clubs that St. Joe won just a few days ago, 70-56 at Buffalo. And then because of the possibility of the sectional seedings and St. Joe being maybe a 1 seed, they wanted to go ahead and try to play where their sectional games would be played, which is here at Spring Valley High School. So it's a smart move by St. Joe, and they're going to play this game obviously here tonight at Spring Valley High School.
You know, Desmond over there, he learned about the venue change 2.5 weeks ago. Barker, he found out about it last night, and I found out about it about 5:45 today. A little bit sooner than that.
I was about a little bit sooner. But we do appreciate Spring Valley High School as well as the Wayne County school system giving us the information and allowing us to broadcast from here. They've been nothing but helpful here today, and we should have a good one. This is we've mentioned it 1,000 times, Joe. A young St. Joe team in Class Single A, Buffalo in Class Double A in West Virginia classification system, but we'll see some up and down basketball, and these two teams like to get after it and like to shoot the three from the outside.
Yeah, I haven't seen St. Joe. Last time I saw them was 5 weeks ago against Hannon at St. Joe, and I've seen them a few times. They love to get up and down the floor, but when their defense creates a lot of offense, but they will they sputter at times in a half-court game, but when they get that half-court sets going, I tell you, they're even more potent. Leading scorer on the year is Micaiah Eram, averaging 16 a game. Grady Painter with 13. And then Isaiah Sanders, he's had some big games with 10. But, they have athleticism, they have size, and this is a team that's looking to get back to the state tournaments after taking a year off coming up in mid-March. And for Buffalo, they're in Class AA. And I tell you, number 35, Asher Flannery, a freshman. This senior-laden ball club, but the freshman averaging 15 points per game. He's the leading scorer for Buffalo. Also, don't forget about Nick Pitchford and Jackson Mallett, number 20 and 22. They're the seniors. They average just at around 11 points a clips. And this is a team, they face difficult opposition in the sectionals. But what was it, Polka? They played Polka close to a 5-point affair.
Only lost by 5, 55-50. And, that's something you can't lose sight of with this Buffalo team. They're going to play in a really tough section, really tough region as well. But we've seen it happen time and time again. Anything can happen during tournament time. And, Buffalo has shown that they can compete with some of the upper echelon teams in their section, specifically Polka. So, they're going to look to try to come out of here not only with a victory tonight, but some momentum as they head toward the last couple games of the regular season.
And there's a lot to play for because the voting still hasn't been conducted by the coaches as of yet. And, Wahama, we talked about in the JV game, Wahama's got the best record over St. Joe, but St. Joe defeated them in head-to-head play at West Virginia State in the Parmar Classic, 59-39. So, St. Joe can't afford a slip-up if they want to be that number 1 seed and host here at Spring Valley High School.
Yeah, and when you go back to that snowstorm that kind of knocked everything out there for a while, Joe, you go back to that. There was that couple, almost like 10-day layoff for a lot of teams in the state of West Virginia.
Right.
Since that layoff, St. Joe is 7-2, with their only 2 losses, one coming to Lawrence County, Kentucky, and the other one coming to Wayne.
And Wayne is a very dangerous team, and Lawrence County is one of the top teams in the 58th district in the 15th region in Kentucky.
Yeah, so we'll step aside for a break, Joe, while we have our national anthem going to be sung here from Spring Valley High School. So back with more on the D&D Sports Network right after this.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
And welcome back to Spring Valley High School. Tonight's game between Buffalo and Huntington St. Joe, 9-10 Bisons, 12-7 Fighting Irish. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for for Buffalo. Patrick Riley, number 10, 7 points, 5 rebounds per ball game. Also Nick Pitchford, the senior, 11 points, 4 rebounds per ball game. You have Jackson Mallett, number 22, 11 points, 5 rebounds per ball game. And also scheduled to get to start tonight, Colton Brock, number 14, averaging 4 points per ball game. That's the scheduled starters, as I didn't get the starting 5 being introduced. But Grady Painter, number 0, 13 points, 5 rebounds a game. Number 3, Micaiah Elam, 16 points, 6 rebounds a game. Napier Bryant, number 24, 8 points, 8 rebounds per ball game. Isaiah Sanders, number 32, 10 points, 4 boards a game. And Gavin Poland, number 33, 5 points, 4 rebounds per ball game.
We're ready to go here from Spring Valley High School. As a late switch in the schedule for this, so a little bit of a atmosphere not as raucous as you would want sometimes on your starting lineups and with the crowd and everything else. No music being played, but nevertheless, we're ready for some high school basketball here on the D&D Sports Network. It's Huntington St. Joe. It's Buffalo. We thank you for watching as the Irish win the tip, and for the play-by-play, here's Joe Kinzer.
Thanks a lot, James. And St. Joe driving through the lane, putting up the basket, and right off the bat is going to be Isaiah Sanders, 2-0 to score.
Yeah, great take there from Sanders off the dribble. We'll see man-to-man defense, it looks like, for the Irish against the Bison here in their first offensive set.
Asher Flannery, number 35, freshman, leading scorer at 15 points per ball game. Like James said, these two teams played to a 70-56 decision in favor of the Irish just a few nights ago. Flannery being guarded by Eram. Jackson Mallett. Flannery, nice ball movement. 3 out of the left wing. Missing everything's Patrick Riley. And long outlet pass. Napier Bryant, basket, good, and a foul.
That was a great pass there from Painter to Bryant. And Bryant with some soft hands there, able to finish as he was fouled from behind.
Nick Pitchford, the foul. That's his first. Bunch of thoroughbreds just out in the break. Free throws money. And I've seen St. Joe a few times just put teams away in the first quarter.
Yeah, they have that ability. Especially when they're on from the outside and they're making shots, they're very good on the defensive end. Sometimes they struggle on the offensive end, but right now it's all St. Joe here early on.
Sanders layup good, 7-0 run.
7-0 run in the first minute and 15 seconds of this contest.
That's what we were talking about, defense converting into offense right there. I can't get on Facebook, so you'll have to interact with everybody.
It's a good defensive set right now for the last time as Painter gets another steal.
Outlet pass is going to go to Eram. Layup, good. And they're shooting layups.
You're going to have to get a timeout if you're Buffalo, and they do.
Shock and awe right now for St. Joe. Is it a 30 or a full? It's a 30. We'll keep it here. So, James, again, in the postseason, when St. Joe hosts, it's going to be Spring Valley High School, just right off 52. So, smart move. They just want to get at least one game in the book, and that was their last. Tonight would have been their last true home regular season game. Are they going to be the 1 or are they going to be the 2 seed in the tournament? Well, we don't know.
We don't know, and that will be decided upon later on. You know, you've got all the coaches from the region get the vote, and sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it can be a bad thing. It will depend on kind of how those votes go. But nevertheless, right now you can only control what you can control. We talk about controlling the controllables, and right now St. Joe has controlled this game.
I had a coach tell me that if it's a slight chance, not going to go your way if you're the better team, you better make sure there's no doubt about it. Long three, no good. Painter the rebound. Outlet pass to Sanders. In the corner to Bryant. Bryant charging foul.
There's a smart play there for Buffaloes. That's 32.
That's Cameron Wallace.
Yeah. That was a smart play there. He knew Bryant was going to come in aggressive, and he was able to stand his ground there right inside the lane.
And we talked about it in the region. You want to stay out of Naugatuck because Tuck Valley, when they host a regional co-championship, they don't lose. There's a three, left side, too strong that time by Jackson Mallett. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace over Bryant. It's good. Good take.
From the freshman. And that's the reason he's the leading scorer is he was able to get that floater to go. And finally, Buffalo's off the snide.
Shot put up no good and a foul down low.
And they call that one on Cameron Wallace as he picks up his first as he was trying to block out Bryant there. But that's a shot there, not necessarily a bad shot for St. Joe, but you kind of want to get a little bit more into your offensive set. They felt good. They've had easy layups. Try to get more into your offensive sets.
Gavin Poland, basket, no good. Bryant going for the rebound, puts it up strong. It muscles up and in.
Yeah, Bryant with a size advantage right now on the inside against Buffalo as he continues to impress. I believe that's his 5th point of the game.
It is. You're just like an encyclopedia. Riley passes it off. 3 ball by Flannery, no good. Bryant, another rebound. He averages 8 a game. Sanders, dribble drive. Eram in the paint, strong, puts it up, no good. Here comes Flannery. Flannery, the freshman, averaging, again, 15 a game. Gets it over on the right baseline, putting up the shot, and it's up and in by Jackson Mallett.
Good job by Mallett, aggressively attacking the basket there to get the bucket. St. Joe trying to settle into this half-court offensive set. But, Joe, you mentioned they struggle sometimes in those half-court sets. They're much better in transition.
Flannery dials it up from three-point land. And a timeout called by Todd Maynard, not liking his defense. And that's what happens to St. Joe at times. They disappear, and Coach Maynard has to call the TO to dial them back in.
Coach Todd Maynard calling that timeout there. It's 11-2 there at one point in time. It's been a quick 5-0 run for the Bison as they've been able to climb back into this one. And, again, transition basketball, been a big plus for the Irish. It's when they get in those half-court sets and they try to rush shots sometimes, that's when the Irish gets in trouble. And right now, the Bison's taking advantage of the last 2 half-court sets that the Irish have had to be in.
St. Joe has a size advantage, but if you're Buffalo, you got to keep them out of the paint on the inside. And when you do, you have to box them out, especially Bryant. Now, that last 3-point make by Flannery, that's his 30th make of the year for behind the line. Now, Nick Pitchford, number 20, he also has 30. So those are the two main threats from behind the three-point line for Buffalo.
Well, if they can get hot, they can beat just about anybody. And I talked to, both coaches before the game, and they said, whoever shoots it generally is going to win it. But right now the Irish trying to figure out how to get their half-court offense moving in the right direction.
Grady Painter, he had 33 back in the season opener at the Mann Memorial Fieldhouse. Dials up a three there, it's in.
That was a great offensive set there in the half court as Painter wide open, able to knock it down from the outside.
And 4 different St. Joe players have now scored. Little give and go action that time inside the paint. Shot put up by number 20. It's off the mark by Pitchford. Flannery with the three. It's off the mark. He tries to track it down. Nice box out, though, by Isaiah Sanders. Side out back over to St. Joe.
Yeah, I wish he could call those rebounds because that's what Sanders did essentially. He's got the ball back for his team, but it doesn't go down as statistically as a rebound. But, we saw good defense there from St. Joe in the half court. And last offensive possession was a really good half court set. We'll see if they can continue it here with this one.
Gavin Poland.
Patience being the key point in all these half-court sets.
And that's what they're doing right now. Bryant wanting the rock, but he's being harassed down low. Eram, the Painter. Kicks it back out. Eram's three. No good. Napier Bryant puts the ball on the floor. He's double teamed. He's pressured. He's going to dribble it out. He'll keep the possession alive, but throws it away.
Good steal again there from the Bison. They'll bring it up and try to cut into this St. Joe lead. As again, Flannery showing why he's one of the better freshmen in our coverage area here on the D&D Sports Network.
Pitchford to Riley. Back over to Pitchford. There's a three, and that's the other three-point threat we were talking about.
Yeah, Pitchford able to get it to go. It's back to a 4-point lead for St. Joe. Bison not going away.
Just like in the JV game. St. Joe got off that big lead, and the Bison came back. Poland, shot, blocked by Jackson Mullet. There's Riley. Wraparound pass. Pitchford's three. Off the mark, no good. And the rebound, Flannery. Pitchford, shot in.
Great look from Flannery to Pitchford. Not only was it a great look, it was a great cut from Pitchford as well. And now this St. Joe lead, again, at 1 point, 9 points here in this first quarter, down to 2.
Number 44 for Buffalo is Sam Thompson, who's in the game. Here comes Eram. I talked to some coaches today. They say it's going to be a good game. Basket in. Nice move by Eram.
Eram able to get the up and under move there to go. I tell you what, it's been a fun game so far. Good pace, good shooting from the outside. And when you have the type of pace like this and kids making good plays mentally, it's always fun basketball to watch.
Flannery works the baseline, cut off by Eram. Thompson was guarded by Bryant, but no one covered Pitchford. He misses, and Flannery with the easy rebound. No one boxed him out.
Well, nobody boxed out Flannery, and nobody was guarding Pitchford there as he was able to look at that open shot. And that's two guys you don't want to leave open, Flannery or Pitchford. And right now, St. Joe's had a hard time finding them in the last few possessions.
It was a 7-0 lead to begin the game, and there's a Painter steal. He gets the outlet pass from Poland. Painter's going to finish.
Good steal there for Poland. Painter with the finish. 6-point lead now. We'll see how quickly the Bison go here in this possession. Good take there.
Shot missed there by Mallett. Flannery. There's the contested three over Bryant. He gets it to rock, rattle, and roll. And the quarter comes to an end. We thought it was going to be a blowout early, but St. Joe clinging to a 3-point lead, 18-15 at the end of one. We'll be back with more high school basketball on the D&D Sports Network.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonl.com. We look forward to seeing you. Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
18-15, your score here at the end of one quarter of play. St. Joe with the lead. And I tell you, whoever attacks the basket like James Barker is attacking these strawberry and cream Tic Tacs are going to win this game by 30.
There's probably been more Tic Tacs eaten up here than points scored in this game. There's been a lot of points in that first quarter.
And there's no concession stand tonight
right.
either. You might have to go get you some creek water. There's a long three off the mark, no good by Wallace, and outlet pass. Napier Bryant, pump fake, basket in.
Man, that's a laser beam of a pass from Eram there, almost 3/4 of the way down the floor. And man, oh man, he is just smooth with the basketball sometimes.
Lead back up to 5. Flannery just lost the handle of the basketball. Moment too big. Sanders one-on-one. Layup good. They make you pay.
Tell you what, when they can get out and run and get you in a transitional game, I don't know if there's very many teams in Class Single A that are any better.
Flannery, pass deflected. Oh, this could be interesting. Bryant, is he going to go for showtime? Nope, just lays it in.
Nice, easy reverse lay in from Bryant there. 9-point lead now, tied for the largest of the game.
I know what Desmond over there is thinking. Oh, gosh, here comes the dunk. I can't screw it up.
He zoomed it in a little bit.
Painter, deflection. Sanders, Painter, layup, good. Leads back up to 11.
Largest lead of the game now for St. Joe. Buffalo upset. They got nobody to blame but themselves with those turnovers. 30-second timeout, Joe, and really it's been an impressive start to this quarter. But this is how the first quarter started as well. It was transition basketball, steals, lay-ins for the Irish, and Buffalo took a timeout, kind of settled things down, and got back into the game. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it another time.
Well, 3 consecutive turnovers they convert, so one of them was a back tap. The second one was just Flannery just lost the handle. And the third one, again, it was a deflection. 3 easy mistakes, man, makes you pay. You're in it. You're only down by 5. Now you're down by 11.
And see what both teams decide to do out of this timeout. It's an important possession for Buffalo. And they've had a few along the way here, but this early second quarter possession might loom large.
Now here's what I want to see if what's going to happen from Coach Todd Mainer's team. Are they going to lay the throttle on and keep on, or are they going to get lackadaisical and Todd Mainer's going to have to call timeout? I mean, I've seen both this year.
That's what's happened. That's what happened in the first quarter. So we'll see if Coach Mainer's team can continue that defensive intensity that we've seen for the first 90 seconds here in the second quarter.
Wesley Mallett, 25, checking in. He had 16 in the JV game. It's Jackson Mallett. There's a 2-ball, no good by Cameron Wallace. And the rebound, Eram thought about the pass to Poland, said nope. Kicks it back out. Sanders, there's a 3. It's off the mark. Nice box out by Cameron Wallace on Napier Bryant's. Pitchford, 3, no good. Rebound. There's another 3-ball by Jackson Mallett, no good. Rebound by Patrick Riley.
So 3 second chances here now for the Bison, but they couldn't get any of them to go, and now Sanders leaks out.
Layup good.
Do want to say hello to Coach Ashley Dalton watching in Chapmanville. They had a successful middle school season. His son, Dakota, a really good basketball player. A lot of good basketball players on that Chapmanville middle school basketball team. And I saw my buddy Kevin May check in on the broadcast as well. And I haven't talked to Coach May there in a while, and it's good to see him check in on the broadcast. So,
good old Coach May.
Yeah.
And that's going to end a 10-0 run in the quarter. Basket good by Patrick Riley.
That was a big shot from Riley. Buffalo's got to settle down here so they can get some stops on the defensive end. This is where you like to see St. Joe be patient, get a good look here on offense, and continue this run. And they've decided to back it out and run a couple sets here, so we'll see.
And Eram says, I'm going to take it strong to the rack.
And he did a really good job. That was a really good clear out and set up off of that, and Eram has the drive capability of doing that.
He has 6. Shot put up down low, no good. But guess what? Painter volleyballs at the pole, and outlet pass is going to go to Eram. He loses the handle, and here comes Wesley Mallett for Buffalo to Patrick Riley. Riley against Bryant. It's blocked, however, by Isaiah Sanders out of bounds.
Yeah, Sanders did a great job on the backside of that, coming in down for help defense and with the block. Eram on the other end there, Joe, he needs to understand, you've got great talent. You can handle it just as well as anybody, but sometimes you've got to slow down. Didn't have numbers. It was 1-on-4 at that point in time. That's when you got to, as a young player, you got to say, okay, let me just pull this thing back out and run our offensive sets that have been good since we've been running them.
Pittsford with the 3, no good. Rebound, Wesley Mallett. Carter Wolfel just checked in off the bench for St. Joe. Deep 3, no good. Flannery tries to track it down, but Painter out hustles him. Painter 1-on-2, layup no good. And here comes Flannery. Another opportunity to try to get this deficit within single digits.
Sherry Blake says she's watching this game from San Antonio, Texas. And her grandson's number 32. She said, go Isaiah.
There's a 3-ball by Flannery, his 31st of the season, or 32nd of the season. It's now a 9-point St. Joe lead. Wolfel is going to go Poland for 3, no good, and a rebound by Flannery.
Again, a quick shot from St. Joe on the offensive end. And now Buffalo with a chance to cut this to maybe a 2-possession game, or at least a 3-possession game.
If they score here, let's see if St. Joe will take the timeout. There's the 3-ball, top of the key, good. Wesley Mallett.
And again, St. Joe, quick offensive sets in the half court create extra opportunities for Buffalo to claw back into it.
Sanders a 3, no good. Wolfel had the rebound, but it's going to be claimed by Cameron Wallace. Flannery now with it. You just need a good shot here for Buffalo.
Absolutely. You've worked your way back into this contest, down 6, 2-score game. And here it is.
And guess what? Back-to-back triples for Wesley Mallett. And Buffalo back within 3, 30-27. It's a full. We'll return on the D&D Sports Network.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse, voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonale.com. We look forward to seeing you.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Back here on the D&D Sports Network, 12-2 run for the Bison of Buffalo High School. It was a big lead for the St. Joe Fighting Irish, but now Buffalo's kind of made St. Joe a little nervous here in this second quarter of play, Joe. There's been some threes from the outside for the Bison.
Pass Eram to Bryant. Reverse layup.
And I would say this run happened with Bryant on the bench for Buffalo.
11 points for Bryant. Riley stepped on the line, wave off the basket. So St. Joe began this quarter on a 10-0 run, and then Buffalo got back on a 12-2 run, sparked by 4 3-pointers.
It's been all runs right now for both sides. It was an early run for St. Joe to start this game as well, and then Buffalo found a way to come back. So both teams trying to find their way through this first half, and a turnover there.
Yeah, Patrick Riley took it away from Grady Painter. Riley stops and pops from the foul line. No good. Shot up and in, though, by Sam Thompson, his first basket of the game.
So trade baskets after the timeout, 2-pointer from Bryant. And then that one there for the Bison. 3-point game with 90 seconds left here in this first half of play.
Let's see if they can get their studs going to the basket strong or work it inside to Bryant. And they're collapsing, not allowing that penetration by the guards. Gambling for the steal was Flannery, but Sanders retrieves it. They run to weave.
Bryant's working there block to block. They're trying to fight it to him, but that one ripped away from him.
Yeah, Thompson comes away with the rock. Riley, nice pass down low. Flannery, basket up, no good. Rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Patrick Riley of Buffalo.
That was the right call, too. Riley extended that arm, trying to slap that ball out, and he made contact. And anytime that hand goes from vertical to down, any type of contact with the body, they're going to call that foul. But it's interesting, Joe, right now, for what St. Joe has done on these half-court sets. When Bryant's in the game, they're trying to post him up, specifically on the low block. I'd like to see them try to get and work through that high post there at the foul line. They have nobody there at the high post, and they haven't had anybody there except when they've been successful on the offensive end. They've had players at that high post either setting screens or creating some traffic.
Is this 3-2?
This is, I believe it's man-to-man.
Matchup. Yeah,
it's just a little bit of man-to-man. This is the old four corners offense here from Dean Smith back in the day. And now they're going to switch to a zone.
And here's the thing, if I'm Buffalo, your last 2 3 balls made is by 25 Wesley Mallett. I'm surprised they didn't get him a third consecutive attempt. St. Joe's taking the air out of the basketball. This could be a big defensive stop for Buffalo. Painter gets the pick from Bryant to Sanders. Sanders to the basket, strong. Basket good as the horn sounds. Isaiah Sanders gives St. Joe a 5-point lead and much-needed momentum heading into the locker room.
Yeah, huge take there from Sanders. It's a 5-point lead as he's able to finish at the rim. And we'll see what each team makes adjustment-wise in the locker room at the half. Joe and I are going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have the Huntington Ale House halftime show right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse, voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonl.com. We look forward to seeing you. If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
If you're a business looking to bring utilities underground with little impact to the environment, we offer that with horizontal directional drilling. With the ability to steer around underground objects that may be in the way of conventional ditch digging, we offer the different hole sizes to complete any project. Let the professionals at Horizontal Drilling help you today. Give us a call at 304-928-0587.
Unfortunately, water, mold, or fire damage can happen to you. Restoration One of Southern West Virginia is available 24/7 to help take the stress out of your mess. Our primary goal is to respond and restore your property back to normal as quickly and safely as possible. When disaster strikes, Restoration One is your go-to cleanup crew. Save our number now in case you need us later. Whether the job is big or small, give Restoration One a call. 304-443-4959.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse, voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonale.com. We look forward to seeing you.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com. And all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill, located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food, and go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Back here at Spring Valley High School, halftime score, it's Huntington St. Joe 34, Buffalo High School 29, as it was Sanders with the layup to give Huntington St. Joe that 5-point lead as we headed into the locker room. But, Joe, it's been a really quick basketball game, not only time-wise for us during the broadcast, but pace-wise on the floor.
I love the new rule change this year. You know, when the team fouls reset, games go by quicker. Buffalo. Here's the individual scoring for Buffalo. Asher Flannery with 11 to lead the Bisons. Wesley Mallett with 6. Nick Pitchford has 5. Patrick Riley 3. Sam Thompson and Jackson Mallett with 2 apiece. For Huntington St. Joe, Napier Bryant with 11. Isaiah Sanders with 10. Grady Painter with 7. And Micaiah Eram with 6. See, St. Joe outscored Buffalo 18-15 in the first and 16-14 in the second for this 34-29 advantage. We'll step out, take another commercial break. You're watching high school basketball on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. Gracie and Tate Merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse, voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonl.com. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back to Spring Valley High School. Desmond, Napier, James Barker, Joe Kinzer with you. St. Joe with the lead in the basketball, 34-29. And James, we were talking about during the commercial break, this contest has huge playoff implications for seeding for St. Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. If St. Joe's loses this one, you could make the argument that they could be the 2 seed rather easily, based on who they've beaten and who Wahama has beaten, even though that St. Joe's dominated Wahama by 20 points in the Parmar shootout.
Gavin Poland got the basket. Grady Painter averaging 4 steals a game with another steal. They're looking inside for Bryant, but Thompson's on him. Poland takes a strong no good, gets the rebound back, passes it to Bryant. Shot no good. Poland doing some dirty work. Basket and a foul.
Poland up and under there as he went with the reverse lay-in and got the easy bucket. Well, I don't know if it was easy. It looked easy for him, but he had to go through some contact to make it, and a chance for St. Joe to climb back up to a double-digit lead here.
It's already a 6-0 run since the shot at the buzzer by Sanders. It's a 7-0 run. And you see Poland doing the dirty work, got a couple of offensive rebounds, and finally said, hey, I'm just going to put it in myself. There's a 3 ball by Pitchford, no good. Poland with a rebound. Outlet pass, Painter. Painter 2-on-1. Bryant down low. Lose the handle, but he's fouled.
And Bryant will go to the line to shoot 2. As I think Painter wanted to throw the alley-oop. Bryant wasn't really sure, so he had to come down with it on the block. And nevertheless, Bryant at the line to shoot 2. And again, Joe, we've seen St. Joe get out to these double-digit lead, 12-point leads, but then they start to kind of get lackadaisical, not only on the offensive end but the defensive end as well. It's going to be interesting to see if St. Joe can hold this lead and close this game out.
If your Buffalo want to advance through the postseason, you're going to have to either knock off Polka or Charleston Catholic or Ravenswood. And if your St. Joe want to get to the state tournament, you got to stay away from Naugatuck. And Sanders got the offensive rebound after the miss of the free throw, and he'll go to the foul line for 2.
Mr. Sanders back at the line for St. Joe after Bryant misses 2 there. And again, like you mentioned, a lot of playoff implications on the line specifically for St. Joe here tonight.
Let me ask you this. I mean, 2 teams from each region make it to the state tournament. Sac Valley, St. Joe, Wahama, we know they're contenders. Tulsa, before the season, we all said they were a contender. A lot of people's backed away off Tulsa right now.
I mean,
they can do it.
They could do it. It's one of those things where, I think sometimes they live and die from that outside shot, and when they're not going down, they're not very good.
Flannery with the basketball, passes it off to Pitchford. There's a 3 on the baseline.
Now, we have seen this story for 3 quarters now.
Try to get a pass to Bryant. It's a turnover. Riley trying to find someone. He does. He finds a trailer for a 3. No good. And out of bounds. Side out St. Joe. We saw it throughout the JV game as well.
We've seen it all night long for Huntington St. Joe. They get out to these double-digit leads, and they get a little careless with the basketball on the offensive end. It allows Buffalo to hit some shots from the outside, and they climb right back into it. If that one would have went down, you're talking about a 6-point game rather quickly after being up by 12.
Painter, there's a 3, right elbow, no good. Rebound. Good hustle by Eram, saves it into the hands of Sanders in the paint. Basket good over Thompson.
Smart shot there from Sanders. Didn't finish at the rim. A little 4-foot floater able to go, lead back up to 11.
He has 13. There's a 3 ball. It's good.
Pitchford able to hit it.
He said, I want the foul. Didn't get the call. Sanders drives in again. Can't get the shot to go. Here comes Thompson.
That's one of those rush shots again for the Irish. And now an easy look inside, but it missed. But the rebound and putback good, and it's a timeout now. And again, St. Joe just careless with the basketball, quick with the basketball in their offensive end. It's a full timeout. We'll do the same here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Unfortunately, water, mold, or fire damage can happen to you. Restoration One of Southern West Virginia is available 24/7 to help take the stress out of your mess. Our primary goal is to respond and restore your property back to normal as quickly and safely as possible. When disaster strikes, Restoration One is your go-to cleanup crew. Save our number now in case you need us later. Whether the job is big or small, give Restoration One a call. 304-443-4959.
Here comes St. Joe following the timeout. Usually every time when Todd Maynard throw into a triple team on Bryant, he just lobs it back to Bryant. He travels. Usually they respond with the bucket, but not there.
Yeah, Painter got caught up there in the lane. And
why do you try the entry pass into Bryant, who was triple teamed?
Yeah, he's got to keep moving the ball around. Don't get caught up in doing just one thing.
Flannery in the corner, catch release three, misses badly. Thompson can't get the rebound.
And Thompson, it went off his hand. Tough shot from Pitchford, though, there from the corner. He really didn't have much of a chance to shoot that ball. That's what his coach is telling him right there. Should have been a head fake, swing that ball back out. 6-point game. It's been back and forth all night long.
We get a little bit of break in the action. There's going to be some regions in the boys' side in postseason. It's going to be very, very interesting. I'll quickly just run through those whenever we get a break in the action. Painter in the paint, puts up the shot, rattles around the rim 3 times, no good. Rebound, Pitchford to Flannery. He's been quiet for a long time. He had 11 points in the first half.
Yeah, but he's smart with the basketball.
Yes. There's a 3 by Riley. That's an air ball. And Poland has the ball tapped from behind. There's a jump ball.
And they'll go back to the Bison.
Too deep of a 3-point attempt that time by Patrick Riley. Good heads up by Buffalo, however, to save the possession. And there's a bad pass, and Poland lets it go through his hands out of bounds. Again, we're here at Spring Valley High School tonight. The sectional will be played on February 28th. That's a Wednesday. The higher seeds will host, and St. Joe will play their home games in the postseason here. Nice take to the rack, strong that time by Pitchford.
4-point game again. And Buffalo has yet to cut it inside 4 for some time, and we'll see Eram go to work here.
To Bryant, shot, good. Give him 13. Pitchford, long 2, no good. He has 8 of their 10 third-quarter points. He has the hot hand, and we have a side out back over to St. Joe. That's the reason why they gave it to Pitchford. He scored 8 of their 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he got a little quick there with that shot, did Pitchford, and I think that's what his coach is going to talk to him about right there. Like, hey, I know you're feeling good. I know you've had the shot from the outside, but let's take a little bit better shot. So right now what Buffalo has done, they've had some quick shots down on their offensive end. That's what we've seen St. Joe do. And so now what we're looking at is kind of a role reversal there. So let's see if St. Joe can settle into a good offensive set.
Painter went to inbound the basketball and hit the bottom of the rim. Now Jackson Mallett is back that's Wesley Mallett back in the game, 25 for Buffalo. He had 2 threes guarding Bryant right now. Painter shuffled his feet, got away with it. Poland's going to dribble. Good defense, good hard defense there by Jackson Mallett, and a foul.
Well, Buffalo fans wanted a jump ball there. It's going to be a hold, and there'll be 2 shots there for Poland. That'll be the 3rd foul.
On Jackson Mallett.
Yeah, on Mallett. So that'll be a quick substitution back there for Pitchford as he'll come into the game. As Poland at the line misses the first. And now St. Joe 2 of 5 from the line here in this 3rd quarter.
And here's the thing. St. Joe's yet to commit a foul, and St. Joe's going to be shooting foul shots the final 3:16 of the quarter. I mean, I've seen that so many times this year for St. Joe, just very good at drawing fouls. Now they're 2 of 6, but Bryant gets the rebound, puts it back up and in.
That's the second time we've seen St. Joe go 0 of 2 from the line and then get a rebound, and that time Bryant makes it 2 points, so back to an 8-point lead for the Irish.
Napier Bryant with 15 points. Sanders with 13. Eram almost with the steal. I'll tell you, St. Joe can just beat you with so many weapons. Eram averages 16. He has 6 right now. There's a deflection by Painter, and we have a foul on Painter.
It was a good call there from the official as it kind of impeded the way the ball went over on the wing there. So, only the first team foul in this quarter against St. Joe.
47-39. The inbounds pass almost went out of bounds. Got a timeout, or see what we have here. Got a timeout by Buffalo.
I think we're going to get a warning. No, they're going to call a technical. Well, they did. They called it a technical. That's going to be a technical on the either the bench or the coach there for Buffalo.
And you had the possession of the basketball.
The Painter at the line makes the first.
All right, here's an interesting region real quickly. We've already talked about Class Single A Region 4, the one St. Joe Tug Valley's in. Here's another good one. 3A Region 1. That's the one with Shady Spring and Sissonville. Those are the 2 favorites. Don't forget about Herbert Hoover or Lewis County, the Minutemen. You know, that's going to be a little fun region. Of course, the one in Quad A that has Jefferson, Musselman, Washington, Martinsburg,
Spring Mills.
I mean, 5 of those teams could make it. I mean, everybody can predict chalk, but there's going to be somebody, at least one good team, if not more, that don't make it to the state tournament.
This is where St. Joe's got to settle in. It's okay. We can run some clock. We're up 10. No need to press the issue here, and that was smart by Eram. Just back it out. With 2:18 to go here in this third quarter. No reason to rush if you're St. Joe.
Painter, he got hammered, no call, but guess what? Napier Bryant's there for the putback. Give him 17.
Yeah, he's well on your way to being your Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game.
There's an air ball by Pitchford, Painter, Sanders. They make you pay.
Very good team in transition, and I believe this is the largest lead of the game for St. Joe at 14.
They're trying to put this one to bed, but every time when St. Joe separates themselves, Buffalo makes a little mini run. 3 out of the corner, it's good. That's Pitchford.
There's your mini run you're talking about. They get 3 there. Can St. Joe find a way to answer? Sanders, again, going quickly there, not needed. And he shot the shot that probably shouldn't have. I'm sorry, that was Eram that made that shot. And they're just a little too quick there on that offensive set. Not needed, especially after Buffalo hits a 3 on their end.
Pitchford has 11 in the quarter, 16 in the game. Flannery gets it out. Uncontested 3, too short. Flannery tries to go for the rebound, and it's saved into his hands. Colton Brock had a good look at it, 14, just couldn't get it to go.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Can the Bison find a way to cut it back into single digits?
Pitchford. Colton Brock, that's off.
A little bit of a rush shot there on the 3. And again.
Now, if it's man-to-man, okay, I go right at Colton Brock. He's hanging his head.
And he's got to guard.
He's hanging. I go to Bryant. He's hanging his head. He's not in. I mean, they may go for the final shot, but I would have went right at him because he's just he's missed 2 in a row. You airballed that one badly.
As a football coach, I've done that many times. The kid makes a turnover.
Absolutely.
And he's a 2-way player. I'm going to find him on the defensive side, and we're going to go right at him. With St. Joe going to run out this clock. It's been a good quarter for Huntington St. Joe. They finally kind of extended this lead for a quarter. Led by 5 here heading into the third quarter, and now they've extended it and will at least win this quarter by 6.
Shot blocked. Eram gets it back, no good. Rebound, and Buffalo survives the corner. They trail by as many as 14. They trail by 11 heading into the 4th and final frame. It's high school basketball on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Spring Valley High School. Huntington St. Joe with the lead, 53-42. Desmond Napier, James Barker, Joe Kinzer. So if you had to have an MVP of a quarter, it'd be Gavin Poland. My vote for that third quarter, because Isaiah Sanders' layup at the buzzer gave him a 5-point lead, and then he scored 4 or 5 points right off the bat to begin the third quarter to extend the lead. Napier Bryant leads the way with 17, Isaiah Sanders with 15, and then for Buffalo, Nick Pitchford with 16, and Asher Flannery still sitting on 11 points.
See how patient St. Joe is here in this first offensive set of the quarter right now. Egram trying to reset the offense. Last time they were in this set, he just drove it himself. Didn't have a lane there.
And in the first part of this game, St. Joe was living in the paint.
It's a good offensive set. This is what I like to see from St. Joe in their half-court sets. They can live like this, especially with an 11-point lead. They're going to be tough to beat. We know they can play transition basketball. If they can be patient, not turn the ball over, and run, they've already got 45 seconds off a clock in the fourth quarter where they lead by double digits. They're going to make teams come out and defend them, and they're so quick off the dribble that they're going to do some fun things just like that.
Shot blocked. Good rebound by Thompson. Here comes the Bisons. Going coast to coast, Flannery. That's his second bucket since the first quarter, giving 13.
Good move there on the layup. Cuts the lead to 9. And again, make Buffalo come out and guard you. Eram's very quick off the dribble. Sanders is too.
Starting March 1st in the sectional championship, that's when St. Joe's going to have a solid 32. It's going to be side out Buffalo.
Yeah, Bryant stepped on the baseline there as he got the rebound.
They'll be heavy favored in the opening round here on the 28th. But on March 1st, if they travel or have to host, that's when you have to play your consistent 32 minutes of basketball per game. Flannery's double teamed. Thompson finds Riley. Big possession for both teams right here.
Buffalo very patient as well here on their end.
Mallett passes it off. Pitchford shot, no good. Rebound. Finds Jackson Mallett. Turnaround jump shot off the side of the backboard. Hustles. Gets his own board. He's double teamed. He's harassed Aram with the steal. Here we go. One-on-one against Pitchford. Layup in.
Good job by Aram finishing there with the left hand.
Give him a James?
He just does all the little things right. I really like his game.
Shot no good by Riley. Outlet pass finds Bryant. Boy, they just make you pay.
Yes, they do. And one of the better transition teams that I have seen this year at all classifications.
19 for Bryant. 57-44. I mean, they can just extend the lead in seconds. Good shot inside the paint by Jackson Mallett.
30-second timeout here from Coach Maynard. Again, and we're back to where it was at the end of the third quarter. So St. Joe able to keep their 11-point lead with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of play. As we thank you for watching here on the D&D Sports Network. We thank our sponsors here in the Huntington area. That's the Huntington Ale House and HD Media to allow us to bring you this coverage of Huntington St. Joe basketball. But Joe, it's kind of been an interesting game when you look at Naheem Bryant on the inside. Has 19 points so far, but anytime that he's been out of the game, that's when Buffalo's been able to go on a run. And right now they can't afford for Bryant to take a rest.
You know, he's your rim protector, and two, he's just so athletic, he can go out on the wing and defend. And when he goes out of the game, they really miss his presence on both sides of the floor. I mean, in the second quarter, St. Joe went on a 10-0 run. Well, guess what? Bryant went out of the game, and there was a 12-2 run back down the other end by Buffalo. But St. Joe is a team. Sometimes they're their own worst enemy. Rush shots, careless with the basketball, but they make you pay.
They're extremely talented.
They make you pay.
And again, this is a young basketball team. They're still learning how to win, learning when possessions mean a little bit more and why.
Painter's going to the free throw line. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. I mean, they could get knocked out in the regional co-championship. They could win the state championship. I don't know. But I tell you what, if you're a St. Joe Fighting Irish fan, the next 3 or 4 years, if not beyond, it's going to be fun to watch.
I agree. And, again, they've got a pretty special 8th grade group as well coming up. So this is Todd Maynard's going to set his team up for the next few years to be fun to watch. Not only fun to watch, but successful as well. So, we're glad we can bring you coverage of them here on the D&D Sports Network.
Free throw's good, 10 points for Painter. And they're just so balanced with the scoring. I mean, if Bryant's not killing you, Painter is. If Painter's not killing you, Sanders is.
Unselfish basketball for the most part for the Fighting Irish.
Flannery, guarded by Eram. Contested three, Money. Timeout, Buffalo. It'll probably have to be a full.
I believe so.
We'll be back with more on the D&D Sports Network.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse, voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonl.com. We look forward to seeing you. Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
Back to action, 23 zone trap defense by Buffalo. So for St. Joe, you got to keep the ball out of the corners. There's a deflection. Turnover, Flannery, Riley, basket good. They're making it interesting.
7-point lead now for St. Joe. And again, they've got to be careful with the basketball.
Painter's double teamed on the baseline. He's in trouble, and we have a bump and a foul.
Yeah, we definitely got bumped there. That's the right call. St. Joe's got to understand, they've got 3 guys at the top, but they had nobody at the high post, and that's where Poland went to, and they were able to kind of break the pressure, and then Painter dribbles down into the corner.
Nice pass inside. Sanders with another basket. Give him 17.
Great inbound play there.
Flannery says clear out. Napier, Bryant is on him. He's cut off on the baseline. Puts up a shot over Bryant. No good. Eram now with it. They're looking to run a gun. Painter finds it. Finally tracks it down. Diagonal cross-court pass to Sanders. They'll back it out. Do the Bisons have another run in them, James Barker? That's the question.
Well, if St. Joe takes care of the basketball, they do not.
Painter, shot, no good. It's easy to say it from up here because we see much better, but I tell you, Napier Bryant was open on that left baseline.
Yeah, I think right there Painter saw the defender drift back a little bit, and he was trying to he was thinking about the alley-oop first, and then he didn't know what to do, so he just went ahead and shot it. But nevertheless, you go to the foul line, you'll take that any day of the week. But I agree with you. At the first glance, Joe, I saw the same thing you did. I thought we were going to get a little Showtime action as well. Painter gets 2 points the boring way from spectators, but coaches love it.
There's an air ball on the three-point attempt, and here comes St. Joe. Up by 11 late in the game. Against St. Joe, they're playing their postseason games here at Spring Valley High School. That's section and region if they host. They'll host at least one. Bryant, good job of boxing out his man. For Bryant, Bryant got a block, but he puts it up and in.
Yeah, it was a good job, not only unselfishly with the box out screen or post up screen there, but then able to get the rebound and get 2.
Bryant with 21. Pitch that's going to be Mallett, no good. Flannery the 3 ball, it won't go. Thompson can't get it to go. Sanders the rebound.
Buffalo not happy with a no call on that end of the floor. They thought Thompson got fouled, but nevertheless, St. Joe trying to kind of roll this clock out here. Painter fouled from behind as he got held there. And that'll be the 4th team foul against the Bison with 2:08 to go here in the 4th quarter. And, Joe, we're about 20 seconds and another St. Joe basket away from this thing being all over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Jackson Mallett back in the game now for Buffalo. Give Buffalo credit. I mean, every time when St. Joe extended it out, they made it a game.
I really like the way Eram plays, man. He handles the ball well, rebounds well, very unselfish basketball player.
A lot of underclassmen for the Irish. And Painter's going to the foul line for 2.
Yeah,
all right, so I'm not going to say, didn't mean to cut you off. I'm going to ask you this question. In our coverage area, don't say Wayne because that's the easy one.
Okay.
Outside of Wayne, who can dial up an upset special? Who's dangerous?
To make it to the state tournament? Or are you talking about just in a one-game setting?
Just causing some chaos.
Oh, yeah, listen, Logan went to Naugatuck and won. You want to talk about causing some chaos? They're playing really well right now. They didn't play bad against Chapmanville. It was a 10-point win for Chapmanville, but it was a 4-point game there late. You and I were there.
Right.
They're one of those teams that's scrappy. They don't quit.
There's a 3 ball. It's good. There by Flannery. And the timeout called by Buffalo. It's going to be a full.
Well, we'll keep things here. It's a fun question to ask. In our coverage area, who can make some noise? And we're going to stay in West Virginia. I know way more about West Virginia basketball than Kentucky basketball. I will say on the Kentucky side, I've watched Prestonsburg a little bit.
Right.
I do like the way they play. I think they've got the pieces to kind of make a little bit of some noise down there. But in West Virginia, Chapmanville's not an upset there. I mean, they're going to make noise. That's a given.
Upset special. Just, I don't know, just like a team that I know Wayne.
I'll give you this. Here's the way I think it's going to go down.
All right, tell me.
I think Westside wins the section.
All right.
I think Westside beats Mingo Central to go to the state tournament. They're the only, and I'll say this, they're the only team out of that section that makes it to the state tournament. Wyoming East and Bluefield not going. That's the way I see it.
Okay.
Now you talk about an upset special.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
an upset special.
All right. I like it. Can Scott? Too young?
I think they're too young, and they don't. In my opinion, I don't know if they've got the shooters to knock somebody off. You know, when you knock teams off, you've got to have those shots go down from the outside, and I just don't know if they've got that. Colin Williamson can. He's got to stay out of foul trouble for them. He's a freshman, really good basketball player, but outside of that, I don't know if they've got enough shooting to get that done.
Eram going to the line for two on the Kentucky side, 15th region. All right, so I covered that for many years. Pike Central's gone to the 15th region championship a lot. They've never won it. They got Jalen Rigdon and the Stewart kid, man. They combined for 45 points a game. They're out of the 60th district. I mean, they're going to be up. I mean, since the last 25 years, Shelby Valley and Johnson Central's won 7 apiece. And Shelby Valley hasn't won one since 2011. So, tournament specials. Don't count out Tommy McKenzie in the 57th, Johnson Central, and in McGoffin County. You know, Martin County's the favorite. In the 58th, Floyd Central scores, but will they defend? That's the problem. In the 59th, it's Pikeville's to lose. Out of bounds, it's going to go back over to St. Joe.
Great hustle there from Thompson,
and then in the 60th, it's Pike Central's to lose, and you've got Belfry and Phelps going to battle it out to see who makes it out of the advances out of the region. But they're doing a super region this year. The 4 district winners advance to the region, and then the others will play a play-in game at the side of the higher seed of the school.
Interesting. That's the first year for that in Kentucky, correct?
It's the second time the 15th region has done it. There's a 3 by Flannery. It's good. And the reason why they're doing it, because there's a couple districts in the 15th region that only has 3 teams.
Okay.
So there's a foul. So St. Joe's going to the foul line. So your 4 district champions advance to the Expo Center, and then the other teams will play. My understanding is in a play-in game, the highest seed will host. And we have a timeout. So we're just giving you a little bit of things on both states right now.
43 seconds here, 10-point lead. This is, it would take a lot for Buffalo to come away with a victory. And again, this is really the last test before the voting occurs for this region for St. Joe. We had talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. We'll talk about it here toward the end of the broadcast. You know, with this win, is it enough for St. Joe to cement their claim to a 1 seed in their section?
I do, because the reason why, I mean, they're going to win this game. The record's going to be similar, but it's head-to-head. Neutral floor, 20-point win for St. Joe over Wahama. So now, I mean, the coaches in the region, they vote. But I tell you, I'd have to give that number 1 seed vote to St. Joe.
Well, and when you look at things too, Joe, there's not a lot of teams specifically on the other side of the section that that Wahama has played. They haven't played the Vans. They haven't played the Tulsas. They haven't played the Mans that St. Joe has in their section. So when you do that, sometimes it helps you, sometimes it hurts you. But we'll see.
Gilmer County's in the region.
That was a big win for Wahama over Gilmer County.
I got a fun fact. Glenville, the county seat of Gilmer County, it's the only county seat off the top of my head in West Virginia that has a roundabout and no Mexican restaurant. No Mexican restaurant in Glenville. There's a 3 out of the corner by Pittsford, no good. Painter the long rebound. Out of the pass. Eram, he's just going to back it out.
And no foul call from the Buffalo bench, so that should do it. It's it'll be a 12-point victory for Huntington St. Joe. They had won by 14. These two teams just played a couple days ago, or 3 days ago rather, on the 13th, and it's going to be another double-digit victory for the Irish here on the D&D Sports Network. As Joe and I will step aside, we'll bring you the Tug Valley Wellness Clinic Player of the Game on the HD Media postgame show right after this here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonl.com. We look forward to seeing you.
69-57, your win tonight for Huntington St. Joe. Very quickly, individual scoring for Buffalo. Asher Flannery with 22, Nick Pitchford with 16, and then Jackson Mullets with 4, Patrick Riley 3, Wesley Mallett 6, and Sam Thompson with 2. For St. Joe, it's balance scoring 4 in double figures, 23 for Napier Bryant, 17 for Isaiah Sanders, 12 for Grady Painter, 10 points for Makia Eram, and 5 points for Gavin Polo.
Yeah, an impressive victory for Huntington St. Joe. They never trailed in the game either, Joe, but it was one of those things where they could never put Buffalo away until that third quarter. That's when they stretched it out to 11 points, and then they coasted there in the fourth quarter to the victory. But when you move forward for Todd Maynard's ball club, they've got to find a way. You know, when they're up, they have these double-digit leads. They can't relax. They've got to continue to, push that pedal, put that pedal to the floor, press the gas down, and finish hard.
When they put a solid 32 minutes of basketball, I mean, they're fun to watch.
Tough.
I mean, they have it's been an athletic mismatch for some of their games this year. So, they put a lot of teams away early, but sometimes when they play quality opponents, they'll get dialed in, get a big lead, and then, a couple defensive sequences, they're not dialed in. They give up 5-6 points, or they turn it over, don't run their offensive sets, or try to do a little bit much. But, they're the first game of the section. I don't know if they're going to be the 1 or 2 seed. It'll be played here on the 28th. They're going to be favored. They can make mistakes. More likely they can win. But starting on March 1st, the sectional championship, if it goes chalk, they'll play Wahama. Don't know if it's going to be here or there. That on March 1st, that's when you're really going to have to start dialing in on that 32 minutes consistency.
And you've seen it just as much as I do. Young teams mentally sometimes will check out of games. That's what we're looking for St. Joe right now, not mentally check out. You got to. This is the time of the year where, everybody's talked about you being a young team. Well, you've played 20-some games. You're not young anymore. You've got to put it all together and find a way to be mentally tough come tournament time.
Absolutely. All right, player of the game.
It's Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game. Got to go with Bryant.
Yeah, Napier Bryant, 23 points. And, again, it was balanced scoring. And this last regular season game on the D&D Sports Network for Huntington St. Joe. But the postseason will be, again, held on Wednesday, February 28th. It all depends about the seeding. The first game, that game will be played here at Spring Valley High School. So we'll have it for you here on the D&D Sports Network. Don't know who will be broadcasting. They'll tell us. David and Daryl, we appreciate them, but postseason's right around the corner for this team.
Looking forward to all postseason basketball. We'll have the girls section will start next week in West Virginia for you here on the D&D Sports Network as well. So it's getting to that point where it's one of the most wonderful times of the year.
Absolutely. James, it's a pleasure hanging out with you tonight here in Wayne County.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. Always a fun broadcast when I get together with you and Desmond as usual. Desmond, again, been my right-hand man for, I don't know, about 6 weeks here.
MVP, baby. He's the MVP.
He is. But we thank you guys for watching here on the D&D Sports Network. This has been a presentation of West Virginia High School basketball and Huntington St. Joe basketball on the D&D Sports